Connecting, stream to see if everything's fine and dandy. And also, good morning to you guys, even though this might be a late stream or way early stream, depending on where you guys are from. And also, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Oh wait, actually, let me adjust my bad. I thought it was already adjusted. There we go, sort of ish. There we go, that's better. Anyways, what's up, gamers, and gamers? My name is John, and welcome to Memories, Dogma, and Code 1. Last time, basically, we met a genius girl that can help us find why Sonoro died in her mysterious death. So who knows? But let us continue and see how long this is gonna go. To be honest, I was gonna do Chinsing, go to 46 plus 1 E's. I might do that maybe later or another stream. Who knows? Let's see how this is gonna go. Alright, and by the way, this is not gonna be no edit and anything since this is stream thing and it does take me some time to do. But, so no stream, no edit on stream of this type of thing, okay? Okay, I guess we're good. Alright, let's see. I'm just checking on something real quick, if everything's good. Part 5, yes. I love the music on this. This is nice. Alright, cool. As we walked outside, the light of the morning sun beats down on us. I grimace and turn away from the light as it pierces my eyes.
さすがに徹夜は辛いな。
そう？そんなに珍しいことじゃないと思うけど。
Well, I really wouldn't say that, to be honest.
一般的にはそうそうあることじゃないだろ
う。That is true.
ひろきも工学部の学生なら、そのうち大学の研究室で夜通し実験することになる。
That is true, actually. She got you there.
まあ、そうかもな。だって、なんでレイナもついてくるんだ
Rena was following along like it was completely natural, and when I pointed it out, she just shrugs.
かけるは助言が必要なタイプじゃなさそうだから。ひろきはすぐ本題を忘れてフラフラしそうだし。
I can't really say anything back since she's right. Damn, she got you on the tail, man. Seeing me suddenly fall silently, Rena hurriedly continues.
ごめん。気を悪くした。
Oh no, it's okay.
いや、別に。
I remember Kyuri and Sonoro telling me I spaced out too much too. I'm sure that's just some kind of person I look like to others.
お前はいつも率直にものを言いすぎるって先生にもよく言われてたのに、未だに治らなくて。
Oh.
先生？大学の？
ええ、大学にいた時すごくお世話になった人。
Really? It feels like Rena is looking somewhere far away when she says that. I hesitated to say anything as simple as stare at her face. Someone she greatly in debt to? Huh? Speaking of people you're in debt to, the person we're about to go visit right now is someone I greatly in debt to too.
ところでどこに向かってるの？
空野の家だ。
Oh.
空野の持ち物を借りられるかと思って。
それはグッドアイデアね。
Yeah, that is a pretty good idea. Transition. Oh, wow. We walked and talked before finally stopping in front of a house. It's the house of Sonoro and her big sister Oi lived.
ここに空野の家族が住んでいるの？
今ここに住んでいるのは葵さん一人だ。
葵？
空野のお姉さんだ。今は朝の7時過ぎか。もう起きてるかな。
I mean, who knows? I'll say the boy part of things. Excuse me. I should be worrying instead whether or not she's awake. I didn't go to Sorano's funeral. Oh, really? Oh, damn. So the last time I came here was with Sonoro was still alive. When I came over to hang out, I haven't seen Oi-san since then either. wonder what Oi-san thinks of me. I didn't even go to Sonoro's funeral. While thinking about all that, I suddenly grew scared of pushing the intercom button. What? You pressed it. Or she pressed it.
何よ
Of course. Rina pushes the intercom button without any hesitation.
お前って知らない家のインターホンを平気で押せるんだな。
ひろきがもたもたしてるから代わりに押してあげたんじゃない
She is too blunt, but I like her style. As always, she's right, so there's really nothing I can say back to her. As I stand there panicking, suddenly,
はい
I hear a voice over the intercom. It's Oi-san's voice. It feels like it's been years since I last heard it. Oi-san's voice sounds really weak.
俺です。楠原です。
あらひろきちょっと待ってて
Before long, Oi-san comes into the front door. Oh, so that's what she looks like. She looks good. She looks even more haggard than I remembered. Haggard. Despite that, she still smiles warmly upon seeing my face.
いらっしゃい。来てくれたんだ。
Oh, compared to the quiet Sonono, Oi-san was always the lively one. Though they were pretty different, both sisters had a very optimistic side to them and got along very well. I wonder what Oi-san must have felt when she saw Oi-san lowered into her coffin at the funeral. Oh.
お久しぶりです。
At a loss of words, I mumble a vague greeting. This is so awkward, and I'm sure Oi-san is thinking the same thing. After a short silence,
あれ
Oi-san noticed Serena standing behind me.
突然お邪魔しちゃってすみません。
That's right, I didn't even go to her funeral, and now I just show up with some unknown girl in a tow. She has every reason to think badly of me.
そんなことないよ。来てくれてありがとう。空野も喜ぶわ。
Oh, excuse me, guys. Alright, but Oi-san is still treating me with such kindness.
あなたも空野の友達なの？
Oi-san asked Serena.
はい折笠レイナと言います
Wait, what? She says it so naturally that I reflectively nod her elbow and ask.
今思いっきり入って答えたな。
細かいことはいいじゃない
Oi-san watches our little exchange with a smile before speaking up.
さあ、私は空野の姉で水梨葵です。よろしくね。
Oh? There's a lot of cats. Guided by Oi-san, we make our way to Sonono's room. Damn, she likes a lot of cats. Neko's. It hasn't changed at all since the last time I was here. You don't say. The room had been cleaned up a bit, but everything else was left the way it had been with her life. Excuse
ひ
me.
ろきはここには来たことがあるの
ああ、よく二人で小説を読みふけったり、かけるも含めて一緒に宿題をやったりしたもんだよ。
I reminisce about the times the three of us spent in this room as I say that. Transition. Oh, flashback time. Kurikuri would always be staring at his PC intently, typing away intently at something or other. Sorono and I would just be sitting around reading or doing homework or just napping on the floor. Whatever we feel like doing, basically. We didn't talk much though. Perhaps it's better that say there was no real need for us to say anything. Even if we weren't doing the same thing, just being together like this was enough to make this place warm and comfortable. Oh. Even now, this room is still Sonoro's room, but the warmth from that time is gone. The fact that Sonoro's dead permeates through the whole room. Strangely enough, though, I don't feel any sadness or loneliness welling up. I haven't cried even once since she died.
いいわね そういう関係って。
In complete contrast to her words, it seems like Rena's tone is suggesting she means something else entirely.
ねえ、ちょっと気になったんだけど。
Rena points to the corner of the shells. In the corner of the shells are white cats, black cats, spotted cats, beckoning cats, stuffed animals, and ornaments of cats, all kinds of packed tightly on the shelf. Oh, you can see Sononos has a lot of pussy cats. I'm sorry, that was stupid.
ものすごい数ね。
I mean,
どうしてこんなに？
yeah, I think she's a cat lady, first of all. And I see we can just grab her notebook and see if we can use that for her memory.
ああ、
結構すごいでしょこれ。あの子猫アレルギーだったのよね。
Oh, that's funny.
でもあの子猫が大好きなもんだからうちでは飼えないっていくら言い聞かせても全然聞かなくて、そしたらある日ものすごい大きな猫のぬいぐるみを抱えて帰ってきてね。
へえ、それは空野が自分で買って？
いや、たまたま空野とかけると3人でゲームセンターに行った時に俺が取ったんだよ。あまりにも欲しそうなオーラを放ってたからあげたんだ。
Oh, I vividly recall just how happy she looked when I gave it to her.
そうしたらこれが驚くほど効果てきめんでさ。それからどうなったと思う？あの子今度は猫グッズをねだるようになったのよ。おかしいわよね。
それで猫にまつわるグッズを気が向いた時に持ってきてはここに置いていくのが恒例行事になったってわけ。
なるほどね。
こういうのもそろそろ片付けなきゃとは思うんだけど。
Oi-san gives us a troubled smile.
掃除に邪魔だとか思ってたのに今ではなんだか私もまったく困ったもんよね。
They don't look too much alike, but they are different. But these two are definitely sisters. The expression of hers just now makes her look like a lot like Sonorano. Serrano. Just looking at it makes my chest hurts.
それはそうと今日はどうしたの？
I hesitated a little bit as also Oi-san's question, but I looked at her in the eyes and said,
今日は葵さんにあるお願いがあって来たんです。
Oh, I tell her about how I went to the Connect Center yesterday to talk to Serrano's memories and all the event that transpired afterwards. The more I talked and the more I could see Oi-san's expression darken.
それで空野が亡くなった本当の理由が知りたいということね。
はい。手がかりになりそうなものを探していて。
After thinking a bit, Oi-san says apologetically.
正直なところちょっと抵抗があるかな。
そう。
まだ今の状況に気持ちが追いついてないっていうのかな。
Oi-san sighs softly.
情けない話なんだけどね。空野がこの世からいなくなったっていうことをまだ心のどこかで受け入れてないんだと思う。
そうか。
だから気持ちの整理がつくまではあまり空野の持ち物を外に持ち出してほしくないんだ。
I mean, if Kurikuri has his laptop in the memory, why don't they just bring it to the house?
ちゃんと決心がつく時まで待ってもらっていいかな。
Honestly, it's only natural for Oi-san to feel this way. I apologetically bow my head.
いえ、俺の方こそ無理を言ってすみません。
部屋には好きなだけいてくれていいから。見たいものがあるなら自由に見ていってね。ちょっと仕事が残ってて私は自分の部屋にいるから何かあったら呼んで。
Oi-san speaks quite quickly before turning her back to us and leaving the room. I swear I see tears glistening in the corners of Oi-san's eyes as she leaves the room. Rina notices that well.
葵泣いてた。
Yes, she was, girl.
空野と葵さん、本当に仲が良かったんだ。
Oh shit, that's
ご両親はもう10年以上前に亡くなってて、ずっと2人で生活してたんだよ。 ぱり葵さんの方が俺なんかよりも何倍も悲しいはずなんだ。
Haven't seen firsthand how Oi-san feels about all this. I can only hang my head.
でも
Rina points at a large mountain of stuffed cats on the shelf.
空野にこれだけの数のプレゼントを送ったってことは、それだけ2人の間には長い年月の積み重ねがあるってことでしょ。
True.
葵の気持ちとひろきの気持ちは比べられるものじゃない。
そうかな。
そうよ。
I respond by. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on, let me quick say saying words of thanks, blushing shyly, looking away, talking to memory. Yeah.
そうだな。ありがとう。
I don't know, quick say. Oh, wrong. Oh, that's the quick say. Okay.
別に思ったことを言っただけ。
Rina brushes it off as it was like nothing. I noticed that Rina's pretty blunt. No shit. But she's cool, I'm not gonna lie. But sometimes she can that can be a good thing.
そろそろ行こう。
It's unfortunate, but there's nothing more we can do here.
そうね。
Alright. As I open the door to leave the room, I see Oi-san standing right outside. Seeing me, her eyes open wide in surprise for a moment, but then she smiles sadly.
葵さん、ずっとここに。
ごめんね。空野の部屋に友達が来てくれるのは久しぶりだなと思ったら、
Oh,
な
welcome
んだか
back.
離れがたくて。
Welcome back.
また来ます。
There you go.
今度はかけるも連れて。
そうね。空野もきっと喜ぶと思う。
And we're with the clouds. Whoa. Me, Karakuri, and Sarano. The three of us will never gather in her room like this again. The opportunities has been lost to us forever. But even then, we still make it and might come back here again one day to hang out. I'm not sure, but it's definitely better than leaving Oi-san here alone forever. Reluctantly, I leave Serrano's room. Transition. And we're back in the sun is still shining brightly outside. Looks like it's gonna be a hot day. Hell yeah. We say our farewells to Oi-san and leave the house for a farewell. All I can do is just walk around aimlessly. Rina, who's been walking silently behind me the whole time, suddenly opens her mouth.
次に行くところはもう決めてるの？
いや。
ねえ、さっきから考えてたんだけど。
As she says that, Rina glances back and forth between my face and her own feet before finally gathering her courage.
空野が亡くなった場所には行ったことある？
Huh?
いや、まだだ。
Come to think of it, I haven't been once at the place where Serrano's died. No, it might be better to say I couldn't go.
これはあくまでも個人的な意見だけど、その場所には行ってみるべきだと思う。
やっぱりそうだよな。
ひろきにとっては辛いと思うけれど。
いや、レイナの言う通りだと思う。
そう。
It seems like Rina looks like she was just a little relieved. I can't believe how pathetic I'm being when she was the one who had to be worried what she was saying.
じゃあ行ってみましょうか。
ああ。
Once I answered the question suddenly.
ねえねえ、そこの君たち。
The hell? What is that? I turn around in the direction of the voice and see a girl wearing a pink jacket and miniskirt standing behind me. Huh.
ちょっといいかな。
What the fuck? Police? Oh, she's the popo! As she says that, she touches the MRD on her left wrist and the AR display pops up in front of us. Oh, she a popo. Hey, pig.
警察の人ですか？
Nah, maybe you cool. Maybe you cool. Second Investigation Division, Criminal Personal Unit Affiliation, Police, Metropolitan Police Department, IDGP. No shit, it just said it right
そ
there.
う、いわゆる国家権力ってやつだね。
power law. I'm not even gonna look at that.
国家権力って
Did she seriously just say that? I look back at Rina. She's lost her words. They're really unable to believe what she just heard.
あのね、ちょっとだけ捜査に協力してほしいんだけど、いいかな？いいよね。あんま時間は取らせないよ。
Oh snap! Is she with the corp? This girl is really pushy. The police officer calling her so. Harano smiles and steps closer to us. We reflectively move one step back. Rina asks somewhat reluctantly.
捜査って具体的にはどんな事件なの？
そうだな。一応機密情報だしな。
I don't know why, but she looks so familiar. She kind of reminds me of some character. I don't know which character, but maybe a little bit of Momo from Make a City Actors, or fuck, I can't remember the other one. I don't know. Can't remember. Noticing Rina's rather sharp glare, Hornet shrugs her shoulders.
そんなに威嚇しないでよ。ま、少しだけなら話していっか。
Hornet coughs a bit to clear her throat and lowers her tone a little bit before she starts talking.
あのね、向こうの路地で1ヶ月くらい前に女の子が車にひかれて亡くなってしまった事故があったのは知ってる？
Oh, how convenient.
女の子が車にひかれた。
This was the story all too familiar to me.
女の子って何歳くらいの？
どうやら18歳だったみたい。これ以上は教えられないよ。
Too late. Hornet, who'd been yelling until just now, stops for a moment and takes a breath. A girl about 18 years old who had been hit by a car 1 month ago. She's probably talking about Serrano. While I'm thinking about all this, Rina pulls on my arm and drags me a little away from Serrano and starts to whisper. Blah.
ヒロキ、グズグズしてないで早く行きましょう。
いや、彼女が言ってるのはきっとソラノのことだ。協力すればソラノの情報が得られるかもしれない。
True.
でも今はあまり警察に関わらない方がいいんじゃない？この人なんかちょっと変だし。
That is true. What Rina's saying is correct. But on the other hand, I don't want to slip a chance to get more information on Serrano. Honestly, this female police officer doesn't seem very suspicious, but...
わかりました。俺たちでよければ協力しますよ。
Let me quick say this in case. Okay, I did it.
話がわかる子たちだね。 ありがとう。
choices.
とりあえず現場まで来てもらっていいかな。
Hernia looks happy as she starts briskly walking. Rina suddenly whispers into my ear.
彼女にはヒロキがソラノの友人だってことは言わない方がいいと。
そう
That is
か。
true.
もし言ってしまったら取り調べの時間が増えてソラノのために避ける時間が少なくなってしまう可能性が高いでしょう。
True. What Rina is saying makes sense. If she finds out we're related to this incident, it's quite likely that we'll go back to the police station and tell them everything we know.
わかった。あくまで聞かれたことにだけ答える。
ええ、それがいいと思う。
おーい、どうかした？
いえ、なんでもないです。
We briefly exchange glances and nod slightly and start walking after Harano. Transition. Oh. Okay, I see where this is going. The place Harano ends up bringing is to exactly what I expected to her. It's your normal everyday alley situated in the corner of the city. But ever since that day, it's a place I haven't been able to go back to. There are a number of flowers laying on the ground near the spot of the accident believed to have taken place. This is the place where Serrano supposedly killed herself by jumping in front of the car. But now I'm beginning to seriously doubt that's what happened.
君は地元に住んでる人かな？
はい。
じゃあこの場所も通ったことある？
ええ、何度かは。
7月13日の午後9時頃はどう？
Harano asks about the time and date when it's believed that Serrano died.
やっぱりソラノのことか。
なんか言った？
いえ、その日はこの道は通ってないです。
That is the truth. If only it had been though. I may be able to stop this from even happening.
そっか。そっちの彼女は？
Haruna asks Rina. Rina quietly shakes her head.
ここを通りかかるのは初めてだから。
ああ、そうなんだ。残念。もし友達とかで何か知ってる人が現れたら、私に連絡くれないかな。
With that, Haruna taps her MRD and AR display appeared before me.
これが連絡先ね。
She uses her MRD to send the contact request. The operating system uses all of the themes, allows the users to contact each other by exchanging their user information. I hit the accept button on my screen. Now if she calls me, I'll know it's her. Haranos has sent me not just a had sent me not to just official police account info, but also personal information, personal account information.
わかりました。
Blah.
この警察庁のアカウントに連絡すればいいんですね。
そうじゃなくて、私の MRD に直接連絡くれればいいから。
Okay, you're cool beans then.
はあ。
じゃ、よろしくね。
She leaves as suddenly as she came, bursting with energy all the while.
何だったんだろう。やけに自分に連絡をくれって強調してたな。
よっぽど手柄でもあげたいのかしら。
だとしてもなんか引っかかるんだよな。
Anyway, with that lively Harano now gone, the stillness of the street feels even more pronounced. Yeah, it's really quiet. Despite the blazing heat of the sun's rays, it feels as though the air here is cold. Standing in the middle of the alleyway, I slowly close my eyes. I thought I might be able to feel a little Serrano here, but all I can feel is the heat of the sun rays and old wind on my cheek. It's quiet and empty. Suddenly a sharp pain runs through my head and ow, Serrano. I stand up for quite some time, and at some point I begin to hear faint rumbling. I open my eyes and see a truck rounding the corner and heading towards me. If I don't... The way I'll get run over. I know that, and yet... I suddenly close my eyes again. The blaring noise of the car of the horn reaches my ears.
ひろき。
Oh.
ひろ。
Suddenly, I hear a loud yell right next to me. It's Rina. The moment I realized that, I feel grab my right arm and forcibly pull me back. Oh, she saved us. The two of us land painfully on our butts on the side of the street. The truck tries to creep loudly as it passes by us, leaving a cloud of dust and in its wake. Again I...
もう何考えてるのよ。
Rina said empathetically. For a moment back there, I had completely forgotten about Rina. Perhaps feeling a little guilty, and I opened my mouth to explain myself.
空野がいなくなってからおかしいんだ。自分でも無意識のうちに今みたいに動いてしまう瞬間がある。って女の子相手に何を話してるんだろうな俺は。
Feeling rather pathetic, I stopped myself.
悪い。今の話は忘れてくれ。
別に何とも思ってない。でも自分の命を粗末にする人間は好きじゃない。
I can feel the warmth of Rina's hand enveloping my own. Oh, I got new inventory, cool. That's right, I'm still alive. I squeeze the hand that's holding Rina, and she suddenly opens her eyes.
ちょっと。
Aww. And she says that Rina forcibly pulls her hand away from mine and stands up.
ごめん。
いいから自分で立って。
For some reason, Rina looks a little flustered. Aww, that's cute. She's probably disgusted with me. Oh, shut up, Hiroki. You know what you're doing. Well, probably not. Well, that's no surprise. I stand up on my own and brush off my pants.
ああ。だけど今ので分かったことがある。
こと？
やっぱり空野が自分から車に飛び込んだ可能性を認めざるを得ないってこと。
Most streets in the city are designated as automatic zones, so the car on them, usually self-driving, relying on the software inside to guide them in their own destination. However, the area is pretty far away from the city, so it's outside the automated zone. In other words, if a car came through here, it must have had a driver at the wheel. Humans aren't perfect. If in the middle of the day, like right now, it'd be easy to avoid someone standing in the middle of the road, but if it was night, someone suddenly jumps into the road from a blind spot, it would be really difficult to swerve out of the way. However, the circumstances point to one other possibility, that the driver chose to hit Sorano on purpose. Come to think of it, we never asked Oi-san about the particulars of the accident. If we could find out who was driving the car that hit Sorano, we might be able to get closer to the truth. As I'm thinking about these things... My MRD starts blinking a notification that I received from the message area via sync. Area sync is something you can set up on your MRD. What does it leave to the message that is designated point and sensitive recepted when the pass through the point? So basically like a fucking email or like a text message type of thing. At the center of the area sync is...
空野だ。
What?
空野からデータが届いてる。
The fuck? Oh god, it's like freaking... I see dead people or like... The Ring or like the fucking shit, there's a lot of other movies. You know what I mean probably. I hurriedly opened my AR display and brings up the message.
これは
Serrano
神社。
0307. A shrine? This is a shrine. You don't say. You don't say. Interesting.
ああ、大二玉神社だな。
Dogma shrine. The message is simply an image file that shows the big shrine in the area, the Dogma shrine.
どうして神社の画像データが？ここに何かあるの？
Maybe a clue. Reno's reaction is only natural. It's just a picture of the shrine in the area. To most people, it probably holds no other meaning. However, this shrine is a special place for me and Serrano.
この神社、空野がよく通ってた場所なんだ。俺も付き添いでよく行ってた。と言っても、いつも入り口で待ってただけなんだけど。
なるほど。他人から見れば取るに足らないものに見えても、本人たちにとっては情報量の大きなデータになる。だから誰にも消されることなく、ヒロキ、あなたに届けることができると考えたのかもしれない。
This image file is probably some kind of message that Serrano was trying to send when she was still alive.
だったら、その神社に行ってみるのはどう？
To the shrine.
空野が何か大切なものを預けたり、誰かに伝言を残したりしているのかもしれない。
True. I nodded in agreement with Rina's proposal. Transition. When shrine. Guided by the hint that Serrano left us while she was still alive, we headed to Ofadoma Shrine. Inside the shrine, the overcast canopy of trees stops the harsh summer sun and casts deep shadows through the area.
立派な神社ね。
Kinda, yeah.
そうだな。
Excuse me, sorry.
かなり歴史があるらしい。よく祭りなんかも開かれてる。
祭り？そうなの？
You never been to any festivals? We never restlessly looks around the area. It doesn't look like they have any special event planned for today, though, as there are only a few people inside, and calm quietness permeates the air.
歴史のことはよくわからないけど、
What?
ここの雰囲気は好き。どこか空気が違って、とても落ち着くから。
I forget that.
空野も同じことを言っていたな。
Transition. Serrano always liked to the Ofadama shrine. Sometimes we were out walking around. She'd make a detour here. Apparently she'd been coming here long before I even met her. Even then, even after I met her, she usually wanted to be here alone. Which is why every time I came here, I always wait for her at the entrance. I never asked why she always went alone, but it's probably just a custom of hers. The chirping of the cicadas perched on the nearby Canafaro woods. I'm sorry. The result in the grass swaying in the wind, and amongst it all, oh my god, dang it. This is why I probably need to sleep. I got a little cuckoo, messing up with the words. Excuse me. And amongst it all, the faint sound of Serrano calling to me from far away. I see Serrano wave at me as she draws near by the other side of the shrine gates.
Hiroki,
Answering her voice, my thoughts return to the present.
どうしたの？ぼんやりして。
ああ、すまん。
Maybe it's because it's just been so long and I've last been anywhere that has memories of Serrano, but I keep remembering things when she was alive now. All I've been doing is spacing out. However, Rina doesn't push the topic any further.
どう？ここに空野の手がかりはありそう？
I looked around the shrine compound again, but I don't see anything that looked particularly memorable.
正直言って、俺はあまりこの辺まで入ったことはないんだ。
Come to think of it, why did Serrano like this shrine so much? I really should have asked her before she died. There are so many things I still wanted to ask you. There are still so many things I wanted to know about you. Now all I have left are regrets.
そう。
As I'm starting to think about maybe we should head back and check on Karakuri. Oh, who's this? Girl Miko. It's that mysterious girl again. A shrine maiden comes out of the shrine office and passes in front of us. She's the only person here who I know.
あの人。
There's no doubt. She's the girl I saw at the cake shop yesterday. I ran up to the shrine maiden and called out.
すみません。
She stops walking and turns to face me.
あなた、昨日の夕方すれ違いましたよね。ほら、駅前のケーキ屋の前で。覚えてませんか？
The shrine maiden slowly tilts her head in confusing, then quietly replies.
いえ、夕方は毎日お勤めがありますから、人違いではないでしょうか。
There's no way I got the wrong person.
すみません。失礼します。
ちょっと。
However, it looks like she doesn't want to talk anymore and politely takes her leave.
今の巫女の人だけじゃなくて、いろんな人に聞いてみましょうよ。
ああ、そうだな。
We go around showing Serrano's picture to everyone there, but it doesn't look like any of them know too much. Transition. Oh, we're back in class. We buy some food at the convenience store before starting and go back to Karakuri. Since it's summer break, there weren't any students around, and we were able to sneak in without any difficulties. However, on our way to the AV room, somebody looked like we saw us. So we were a bit more careful of our surroundings as we went back. It's possible a teacher may have come patrol the AV room at some point, So we apprehensively approached the door. As we cracked it open to peek inside, we were relieved out to find only Kurikuri's there, looking exactly how we left him the night before.
おーい、昼飯。
Kurikuri doesn't respond at all. His face glued to his laptop screen with a serious expression. I take a peek to see what he's working on and see a large number of windows open on the screen. One of them particularly stands out, a window with a black background within the same string of white letters keep repeating at the interval. From the looks of it, that's what Kurikuri's monitor is as well. It takes a bowl of Neapolitan pasta, Kurikuri's favorite, and quietly places on the desk next to him. After that, I sit down at the desk a bit further away.
相変わらずものすごい集中力だよ、あいつは。
そっとしときましょう。ああいう風に入り込んでたらあんまりお腹は空かないものだし。
As she says that, Rena takes out the protein bar and carton of milk from her plastic bag.
お前、まさか昼飯はそれだけか。
効率がいいでしょ。
That is true.
これ1本で炭水化物、タンパク質、脂質、ビタミン、食物繊維が取れる理にかなった栄養食よ。
That is true, actually. That is true.
さらにミネラルを牛乳で補えばパーフェクト。
True. In some sense, it's a very logical decision. However, it's unclear whether you can still call food picked out simply to satisfy dietary needs for a proper meal.
何か言いたそうな顔してるけど。
いや、まあそれで腹が膨れるならいいんだけど。
Everyone had a different ways of thinking about food. I decided not to argue at this point and take my own lunch out of the bag. Seeing what I brought, now Sorano turns to comment.
おにぎりにサンドイッチに炭酸飲料って脂質と糖類ばかりじゃ体に毒よ。
俺が何を食べたって別にいいだろ。
まあいいけど、せっかく日本にいるんだからもっと豊かな食生活を送れば。
Well, look at you, Miss Dietitian.
それ、毎日シリアルバーだけ摂取してる女の子にだけは言われたくないな。
別に毎日これ食べてるわけじゃないんだけど。
I leave the pouting Rania alone and start tearing into my onigiri. I can't really tell if it's good or not. Even the feeling that food is what keeps me alive rather than fight. Recently, I've simply been eating out of habit or just whenever I've been able to. I suppose in that sense, it's not really fair for me to complain about what others choose to eat. While still silently going through my lunch, I think back onto the events this morning. All the place I saw this morning, all the severe to bring back more memories of Serrano. The only actual clue we found was that picture of the shrine. But even when we went to the shrine, we weren't able to find anything. Does that mean I was unable to figure out the hint that Serrano left me?
ヒロキ、また何か考え込んでるでしょ。
Rena manages to finish her protein bar before I complete my own lunch and has been staring at my face since then. I asked Rena about the imaging file, asked Rena about her past. Yeah, mostly the file.
あの神社の画像に意味はあると思うか？
Yeah, exactly. Rena nods with a serious expression.
エリアシンクでわざわざ送られてきたことを考えるときっと意味はあると思う。空野の意志がないと届かないはずのものだから。
やっぱりそうだよな。
I stare at the picture again, but nothing special jumps out on me. I mean, what about here? This little area here. What is that? What is that? Maybe it's trying to point me out as someone who's related to the shrine.
あの巫女装束の女の子、絶対に何かある。
That is true too.
そうね。
The first time we met, she was definitely looking at me. But this time, she pretty much ignored me. Why? Why did she do that? Maybe I should go back and try asking her again. Suddenly, Kurikuri interrupts our conversation.
ヒロキ、お前の MRD を床に置いてくれ。
For real? Let's do it.
は？
いいから。
There you go. For some reason, Kurikuri looks like he's enjoying himself. Still not understanding what's going on, I put my MRD on the ground. As I do so... What? Did he made a hologram? He made a fucking hologram. Or did he bring the dead back to life? No, it's a fucking projector hologram probably. Pretty much. Pretty much. Or an AI. AI Serrano. Or hologram Serrano. I don't know what to call this, to be honest. I don't know. It's between us, a human-shaped hologram starts to form. Oh, there you go. Long hair, big ribbon, and white one piece. One piece. Well, proportioned body. As the hologram starts to come to focus, it takes the shape of someone I know very well. Someone I've been chasing after the whole time. The figure of Serrano, with her eyes closed, slowly rise up. The atmosphere around us is tinged with excitement.
空の。
Carried along with divine excitement, I call out to Serrano. As I do so, Serrano opens her eyes as it responds to my voice. Oh.
あれ？ヒロくんだ。また会えたね。
Q. Serrano appears before me once again, looking even clearer that she has been back in the Connect Center. She looks around confused as she doesn't understand what's going on.
ここってもしかして私たちの通っていた高校かな？
Yep.
ああ、そうだ。
やっぱりなんだか懐かしい場所だなと思ったんだよね。でもなんでヒロくんと学校の中にいるんだろう。あ、これってもしかして私の夢の中みたいな感じかな？
いや、そういうのではないん
Kinda
だ
does
け
feel
ど。
like a dream a little bit. I turn back to Kurikuri.
かける。俺にも説明してくれ。
Fucking A, keep messing that up. Smiling proudly, Kakuru answers.
コネクトセンターのシステムに入り込んで空野ちゃんの記憶にアクセスするのは意外となんとかなったんだよね。
Nice.
ただ話がしたいってなった時に毎回ノート PC のディスプレイをいちいち覗き込むのは面倒だろ。こっちの方が空野ちゃんと顔を合わせて話してるって感じがするしさ。
Kariku speaks as if stating the obvious. I didn't even think about something like that was possible. I tightly grabbed both of Kariku's shoulders.
かける。お前やっぱすごいな。
いやー、そうなんだよね、これが。遠慮なくもっともっと褒めてくれよな。
It sounds like this when you need to properly show your gratitude.
マジですごい。たった半日でここまでたどり着くとは。グッジョブだぞ、かける。
なんだかよくわからないけど、こうやってまたお話できるのはかけるくんのおかげなんだね。ありがとう。
あまり褒めるなよ。俺の実力を考えれば当たり前だろ。
Oops, my bad. Don't you want to be praised more or less? Make up your mind already. Off to the side, you can see Reina completely dumbfounded as she looks at Serrano.
あれ？はじめましての方だ。
Oops. Noticing Reina, Serrano calls out to her.
あ、ええ。私はオリカサ・レイナ。
レイナちゃんって言うんだ。かわいい名前だね。私は水梨空野だよ。よろしくね。
ありがとう。でも可愛いのはあなたよ。
Oh.
空野。
レイナ ナちゃんって優しいんだね。なんだか照れちゃうな。
Serrano's having a pleasant conversation with Reina, who she just met for the first time. Back in high school, she wasn't really the kind of person who intended conversation with others, so it's kind of surprising. Perhaps because she noticed me staring at her, Serrano turns back to me and holds out her hand.
ヒロくん、また会えたね。
Oh, I reflectively hold out my hand too. Of course, our hands can't really touch each other. Even so, I put my hand on top of hers. From far enough away, it might even look like we're actually shaking hands. After a while, we both slowly retract our palms.
さて、感動の再会も果たしたところで、
Kirikiri starts cleaning up his equipment.
どうした？
そろそろここは出た方がいいかなと思ってさ。
True, true.
もう出るのか？夕方くらいまではここで身を隠しててもいいんじゃないか。
同感ね。
10 minutes, guys, and then
もう少し
after
空野から
it
い
hits
ろ
the
いろ
hour,
話を
I think
聞い
I'm
て
gonna
み
end
た
the
方
stream.
がいいと
I'm
思う
getting
し。
so tired. Kirikiri awkwardly scratches his head.
いや実はさっきヤマノンに見つかりかけてさ。
Yoni was the nickname of our high school homeroom teacher, Yamano. After hearing that, I remember that figure we saw on our way here.
そういえばここに戻ってくる途中で教師らしき人を見かけたな。あれ山野先生だったのか。
そういうこと。だからあんまり長居するとやばいかなって思ったんだよ。
なんかかけるくんがそういう真面目なこと言うの珍しいね。
ふーん。かけるは高校時代から好き放題してたのね。まあ見てればわかるけど。
なんだよ。俺も少しは大人になったって。空野ちゃんには悪いけど一旦アクセスを切るぜ。
わかったよ。それじゃまた会おうね。
Kakuru types in some things on his PC and the image of Serrano waving bye-bye vanishes. Then he starts pushing both of us out, practically throwing us out of the room. We leave the school when once again we start wandering around the Fucha City.
ヤマノンがどっか行ってて助かったな。あ、
Kirikiri leans over to me.
ヒロキ、改めて MRT からホームウィンドウを立ち上げてみてくれよ。
I don't really get what's going on by whether they do as Kirikiri see. I turn my right palm upwards and make a motion with the thumb as pressing down on my palm. My MRD automatically picks up the motion and creates card-sized AR displays on my palm. The AR display shows the home window, the OS loaded to the thermos. There's little icons on which they could be pressed, boot up various applications. I noticed there were some new applications icon in my home window.
なんだ？
いいから起動してみろよ。
Suspiciously, press the icon with my thumb and a small palm-sized Serrano rises up from the display.
空野。
It's like this Serrano figurine in my head, as she has a same smile she had earlier.
あれ？ヒロくん、なんか大きくなったね。
Cool.
いや、空野が小さくなってるんだよ。かける。これはどういう？
持ち運びにはこっちの方が便利だろ。
荷物みたいな言い方するなよ。
いやいや、いつもひろきくんと空野ちゃんを一緒にっていう俺の配慮じゃん。わかんないかな。
Kirikiri says proudly while laughing. Suddenly he rambles.
それはそうと、ちょっと駅前のパーツ屋に行ってくるわ。
こんな時にか？
いやー、バッテリーが心もとなくてさ。この先いつ電源が取れる場所に行けるかわかんねえじゃん。今のうちに予備を確保しておきたくてさ。
Among Kurigudi's gadgets, a number of them can automatically charge themselves. However, he's gonna need all of them for what he's trying to attempt right now. It's important for him to be sure he'll always be able to use them again.
お前たちは好きなところに移動しててくれよ。後で連絡取り合って落ち合おうぜ。
With the spring in his step, Kurigudi heads for the station entrance. I stop before reaching the entrance, and I watch Kuriguri backs retreat into the distance. When his silhouette finally vanishes behind the horizon, I turn around to find Rina studying Serranos with a serious expression.
私、ソラノに聞きたいことがあったの。
私に？
単刀直入に聞く。あなたは本当に自ら自動車に飛び込んだの？
Ooh. It was the same question I asked Serrano at the Connect Center. I didn't think she'd be so direct. I began worrying. Sorry, I began to worry that it may end up like this, like last time in launch. However, Serrano simply looks confused.
私、よくわからなくて、自分が死んじゃった時のこと覚えてないみたい。
そう、やっぱり。
Oh, what the fuck, wrong button. It looks like Rina has been expecting the answer. She doesn't seem disappointed in the slightest. On the other hand, Serrano looks really apologetic.
自分のことなのにね。ごめんね、レイナちゃん。
Oh, that's understandable.
ソラノが謝ることじゃない。私の方こそ知り合ったばかりなのにこんな質問をしてしまってごめんなさい。
いや、レイナは俺を手伝ってくれてるんだ。ごめんな、ソラノ。
As we all stop talking, an awkward atmosphere settles among us. I'm suddenly assailed by the notice that everything I'm doing here is pointless. I even made Serrano, who just a bundle of memories now, suffer again. Is it really important to find out why Serrano died, and I had to go this far? I think it'd be better if we don't meet anymore. The words Serrano spoke to me on that day have carved their way into my soul. In the deep silence, the first one in the open. Her mouth was Rina.
ソラ
Sorry,
ノ、
I'm really getting tired.
私たちと一緒に見てほしい場所があ
2
る。
minutes left.
見てほしい場所？
そう。あなたが事故に遭ったと言われている場所よ。
I could see the reason behind Rina's proposal. If she sees the place, maybe she'll remember something. Oh, there you go. You might break out the deadlock. But isn't it that bit too forceful? Frankly speaking, Serrano looks rather uneasy after hearing Rina's words as well. Serrano, you don't have to voice yourself. I never say those words.
ちょっと！そこの人！
And there's the Miku girl. A voice from behind interrupts us. There's no one else around here.
あんただよ！あんた！
Or is that the police girl? I hear the voice of her again. Someone calling out in front of us behind us. There are sure a lot of people calling out to us from behind today. Yeah, that is true. It'd be weird to ignore them, but I'd rather avoid anyone catching the sight of Serrano. I casually put my hand behind me as I turn around and... What the fuck? Wait, who is that? And why does she have a cool looking spirit thing? And she... Oh, she looks cool, but I think she looks like she's the serious silent type. See two girls standing behind me. I mean, look at that. Shorty. Okay, that's something. Interesting. Where's this gonna lead us? Where is this gonna lead us? One of the girls has a red hair. Thank you, I know. Pigtails, twin tails, she's pretty sure, but has a piercing, unwavering gaze, full of determination, and for some reason is carrying something like looks like a spear. The other girl is tall and thin. Compared to the first one, she's completely expressionless on her face without unbreathable mask. They're both dressed in red strangely, maybe it's some kind of event or something. That aside, they seem rather haughty. Who on earth are these girls? The twin tail suddenly starts operating the MRD and brings an AR displays in front of us. The AR display shows what looks like 2D maps of the area at the Fuchat station. In one corner is a red pin indicating their destination.
あのさ、この赤い印のとこへの行き方を教えてほしいんだけど。
Look at that Rina, she seems a bit irritated, but because of our conversation with her.
私たち今ちょっと取り込み中なんだけど。
Rina doesn't try to hide her irritation in the slightest as she speaks to the red hat.
おっと、そうか。すまないな。ちょっと急いでてさ。私はここの絵茜だ。こっちはエマ。
Akane and Emma. Even though we didn't ask for their names, the girl called Akane introduces herself anyway. Rina is a lost at words for such an unexpected turn in the conversation. What's that
その槍みたいなのはなんだ？
As I point to the long object Akane is carrying, she brandishes it at us. Oh. Now this is a cool CG. The sharp points of the weapon passes right in front of our faces. Is she cosplay or is this something related to the story? With the both of them, like for real. Probably does her memories. Maybe. I don't know. I hope I got that right. We hardly distance ourselves from the sphere.
かっこいいだろ？
Pretty cool.
これは赤き翼の大切なシンボルなんだ。
なんだよ、赤き翼って。
When I asked that, I kind of paused her just proudly as she's been waiting for that question.
赤き翼ってのはだな。この日本の危機を救おうという崇高な理念にのっとった素晴らしい団体なんだ。
はあ、新興宗教かなんかか。
違う。まあ、お前たちに説明したところで仕方ないか。
Akane nods to herself and thrusts out her right arm, which has her MRD on it towards us.
で、この赤い印のところへはどうやって行くんだ？
ひろき、行きましょう。こんなお子様に付き合ってる暇はないわ。
Rita turns onto her heel and prepares to leave. Flustered, I start to follow her after, but I quickly grabs onto Rina's shoulder.
おい、ちょっと待ってよ。お子様ってなんだよ。
だってそうでしょ。変なグループ名をつけて遊んでるだなんて子供のやることじゃない。
失礼だな。私はもう16歳なんだぞ。
私とたった1歳しか違わないのね。意外。
お前1歳しか違わないのかよ。なんでそんなに偉そうなんだよ。
Well, she is pretty blunt. It looks like it's like a rather weird argument has begun.
レイナちゃんとアカネちゃん、なんだかすごいな。
Serrano peeks out from behind to watch the speculate unfold. I turn my back to the two of them and put out my right hand.
どこがだ？
だって出会ってすぐの人と本音で話をしてるんだよ。これってすごいことだって思わないかな。
It's true that they're able to bluntly state how they feel, but that alone isn't enough to survive in this world. The way I see it, they aren't maybe that so much frank with each other as they straight up arguing. Even still, for some reason, there's an envious look on Serrano's face as she looks at Akane and Rina.
ねえヒロくん、私も混ざってもいいかな。
No!
やめた方が身のためだと思うけど。
If even Serrano gets mixed up in an argument, I'm pretty sure it'll never end. While we're talking, Emma plants herself between Reina and Akane.
茜に失礼なことを言わないでください。
あなたは関係ないでしょ。
Oh no.
茜を傷つける者は私を傷つける者も同然。
Oh, here we
はい
go.
エマって言ったわよね。あなた、茜の何なの？
Emma stares at Rena square in the eyes as if she was trying to repel Rena's questioning gaze.
茜の何か、そんな問いは意味をなしません。
まあエマ、しょうがねえよ。こいつらは私たちのやろうとしていることが分かってないだけだからさ。
Akane places a calming hand on Emma's back and turns back to face us.
とにかく私たちは一刻も早く。
Akane's expressions has changed completely from the moment ago when she had been arguing with Reina. She now has a very serious look on her face. It does sound like a pretty ridiculous story, but maybe it really does have something with what they need to do. I take a look at the map to see at the place that they were trying to go is about 1 kilometer from here.
この道か。坂が多くて結構入り組んでるところだな。
マジかよ。
もし差し支えなければ案内していただけませんか？
おお、それがいいな。
Emma and Akane look expectantly at me. Honestly, it's not that far a distance. Even on a road trip, it wouldn't take any more than 30 minutes. However, Reina grabs my sleeve and whispers to me.
残された時間は限られてる。できるだけ早くあの場所に行ってみた方が
That
いい
is
と。
true. Hearing that, Serena is hidden from the two of them, say softly.
レイナちゃん、私なら大丈夫だよ。この子たちを案内してからでもいいんじゃないかな。
サラの
What should I do? I think about it for a bit and eventually decide that Reina's probably right. I'm gonna quick save this just in case. I turn towards Akane and Emma.
残念だが俺たちにも行くところがあってな。
Oh, never mind.
そ
I
うか。
thought those were gonna be choices.
なら仕方ねえな。時間を取らせて悪かった。私たちで何とかするよ。
さようなら。
Akane and Emma hurtle up closer together and start talking while staring at the map on their
意
MRD.
外とあっさり引き下がったな。もっと抗議されるかと思ったが。
あなたは妥当な判断をしたと思うわ。それにしてもなんだか妙な二人だったわね。
友達っていうにはなんだか変だし姉妹ではないよな、どう見ても。
I mean, they could just be lovers, I think. Maybe.
そうね。私には理解できない関係だった。
Or whatever. I don't know. Who cares? Saying so, Rina shrugs her shoulders.
確かにあの二人はちょっと不思議な感じがしたが、レイナにだって友達の一人や二人はいるだろう。
どうかしらね。そういうのは意識したことがなかったから。
Wait, what? Aww.
たった一人で生きてきたっていうのか。
もちろんそういうわけじゃない。背中を追いかける存在の人もいたし。
Oh. As she sees that, Reina's eyes looked as she's recalling a very fond memory. I don't know why, but the gaze of her makes my heart ache.
ヒロくん、どうかした？
I don't realize if Asorno is looking at my face with a worried expression.
いや、なんでもないよ。
I'm fine. It's what I'm about to say when suddenly the sound of a huge explosion rocks my eardrums. I'm gonna quick save this. Or just save this just in case. I don't know if that's... Yeah, just in case. I don't know. I'm just making sure. Alright. But thank you guys for tuning in the stream. I am tired. It's been an hour and 9 minutes so far. And also, I want you guys to have a happy Thanksgiving. Stay blessed. Take care of your family. And good luck on Black Friday. Mwahaha. Literally, oh god. But yeah, I'm tired. And there's a lot of good deals on Steam. And I'm gonna get the control. I think I'm gonna get the controller and probably maybe the link thing, maybe. Maybe some games. Who knows? I don't know. Depending on how this is gonna go. And that's for Cyber Monday. But without further ado, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good wonderful, wherever you're from. So peace out and sayonara, guys. Bye bye. Love you. Ooh, wrong one.